Busy. I was one of the project managers on Made in Brunel in 2007. Obviously, I had a degree to do as well, and also, as I say, I was doing some freelance work at the same time. So it was hectic, but it's very enjoyable, and particularly working with Made in Brunel is an exciting challenge. I guess the thing that I got out most of Made in Brunel was leading the team and the project management element of that. I think that put me in quite good stead for what I did afterwards. And I think it was the fact that with Made in Brunel you're representing quite a respected brand, and obviously back in 2007 there's only been 1 year before, but we were talking to people like HSBC and other sponsors and stuff, and they were treating us as professionals, and I think that's quite different from when you start university. You're not in that sort of frame of mind at all, and you leave and you're being treated as a professional with some experience, and they're listening, and they're taking on board what you have to say and what you're asking for. So I think that's what I took from it. I worked for a company called Industrial Design Consultancy, doing product design, which wasn't what I ended up doing, but I do work quite closely with IDC now. They're a big customer of ours, actually. We've partnered on a couple of projects as well, which is quite exciting. Well, I set up the company straight after graduating. I'd done a few freelance projects while I've been here at Brunel, and decided that I'd take advantage of those contacts that I had and build my own business. So I started Naked Creativity as soon as I left Brunel back in 2007. Well, it's changed quite a bit from being the sole person that did everything to now being more of a kind of a business development person. So I'm responsible for getting all the new contacts in, developing leads, and growing the business really. But I keep a sort of hands-on view, so leading the creative output and keeping an eye on things and advising the others in the team. I suppose what motivates me at the moment is kind of achieving a good result. It did while I was here at Brunel, and what we do at Naked Creativity is try to achieve a good result for our customers and show that good design can have a return. So it doesn't have to be a massive project that you can have a big impact on and make a big difference to what the customer is putting out and the presentation they're having, or the message they're communicating. And I suppose that's true of anything. We don't try to reinvent the wheel. We just try to make sure that what we do delivers a good result. And I think that's what motivates me when we get good feedback from a customer and they're happy with the result that we've output. It's a nice motivation, and good positive feedback is always nice to have. It's a bit hard to explain. It was a product for scuba diving. A lot of divers will dive with 2 tanks for kind of backup and for more air capacity really. And my dad is a keen scuba diver, came to me with a problem of how you shift these 2 tanks around, how you move them. So we'd have a kind of an integrated trolley, if you like, that allowed you to move these around much more easily, and it stayed on whilst you went diving. And he actually went and produced a small batch and sells those as well. Not a massive commercial success, but an interesting project. Well, it's going to get more and more prevalent. I think this is kind of weird. We're not on the forefront of what's happening with this by any means, but we are exposed quite a lot to how people are using mobile devices. We've noticed a massive increase even in the most kind of business-focused websites that we've developed, as to how many people are coming from kind of mobile devices and how many people are using tablets and iPhones and what have you to access that content. And it can be simple things like making sure it's accessible to that format, or you can do more things to take advantage of the fact these are capable of knowing location and taking photos and all that sort of thing. But it also, maybe from a product design point of view, you've got a very capable computer in your pocket, and it's the things you can do to bolt onto that, and rather than developing a load of electronics that does that stuff, you can make an accessory that opens up a world of possibilities. I think it's very, very exciting. And maybe the bigger thing is it's kind of not just about mobile, that a mobile phone is pretty dumb without the internet that kind of it connects to. So that whole ecosystem of devices and capability is huge, and the cloud and all these kind of massive terms that get bandied around like I'm doing. But you've got all this kind of capability that you can access from a very, very small device. I think that's very exciting. And I don't think probably anyone has really touched what it can do. And maybe that's an opportunity for kind of designers that are exploring this at a very early stage and doing projects, like final year sort of Brunel projects, to look at what really you could use this for, and what kind of the technology would allow you to do now or in 10 years' time.